Hey everyone, welcome back to Silent Hill F. We are going to pick up where we last left off in our quest to get the one true ending for Rinko. How have you all been recently? I got a late start tonight. I was reading some Control fic, reading some fanfics. Now that game got everybody excited for the sequel again, been reading some of the old Control stories written there. A lot of them are pretty good, but we're gonna focus on Silent Hill for now. I wonder if those drawings there have any relevance. Oh yeah, I forgot the mannequins have infested the school hallways. Which ones are real? Let's see. Nope, that one's a fake. That one's a fake. What about this one? Are they all fakes? Yeah, I think none of them are actually monsters. They're just mannequins. We're gonna check the school a bit more to see if we find any new memos lying around. Alright, we got the main building, second floor stair key. We do not need that pipe.
The box won't open. I need a key.
I did want to go outside and check over there again, if I can remember where it was. Oh, I think it's over here. Yeah, I did want to go outside and check on that radio transmission that we couldn't find last time. I think we killed all the monsters over here, so we should be alright. Like I've done before, I'm probably gonna skip over the sections where we don't find anything new, like when we're making our way to Shu's house, but the school has a lot of different memos and stuff on each playthrough, so it's definitely an area I want to check out before we go over there. I think we got everything over there. Yeah, the radio was sounding last time. Even after we heard the transmission about the fox sacrifice, but we couldn't find out where the transmission was. See, it's coming through on the controller. I do not get it. Like, is it just left over? I guess. Maybe it's just left over from the transmission. I don't get it at all, one bit. Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be this radio, but it doesn't do anything. So I guess we'll leave that alone for now. Maybe we come back to it or something. Or maybe another radio will activate somewhere else. So we need to head to the second floor to see what else we can find. Technically, we know some of those locker combinations, but I don't want to open them just yet. Is this gonna be the one lone monster that attacks us? Nope. I guess we're clear. Who's playing the piano? This is new. Oh. They got killed playing the piano. Nice. Can we go in there? Oh yeah, there's a piano right there, so. Who's in here? I need to find the key. Is that Junko? Is it her treacherous ass in there? I need a key. Yeah, we need a key for all these places. Won't open without a key. Got another antique comb.
What's that?
Oh, this is the puzzle box we have to do. Yeah, and Rinko used to give her the answers before she became a psychotic bitch. The good old days, right? With your non-psychotic friends. Shu sat here, still the best partner, right? He almost got us hooked on drugs, so probably not the best partner in retrospect. She was surrounded by shady people the whole time. I always forget the icons that we have to get on the box. So it's sweet and tart fruit, and what else?
Nothing.
Oh, there we go. There's Rinko with her insane jealous routine. Okay, so now we need the book one. Or the notes, rather. So there's paper, there's a book. Dice, no. Paper crane, no. Flan? Definitely no. Another book. Another book. Maybe take away the paper. There we go. Okay, and now we need to do, I guess, the flower, right? It's not the bonsai tree, is it?
No, that's not it.
Oh, finally. Second floor, classroom, generic key. Alright, now we can get out of here. I wonder if it'll give us a new scene for Junko.
So this is where you are. I wondered where you had gone.
Junko. Where?
Did you have fun playing with your friends?
Okay, so this is the same one as before. Yeah, that's the same one as before. I thought we might have gotten a different one. Wait a minute. I thought this was 2 classrooms. Where's the music coming from then? The old annex main gate key. I started playing Resident Evil 2, the original, with the new updated HD mod. It looks pretty good. But the one thing that game and this game share in common is the lack of a 180 turn, which is really distracting after pretty much all modern horror games having a 180 turn after what was the first game to introduce that? I think it was probably RE3, right? Or was it RE4? Well, whichever introduced it, yeah, it's kind of distracting not having that that 180 degree turn. Other than that, the game still holds up pretty well. I got it from GOG at $4.99. It's definitely worth every bit of those $5, that's for sure. I wonder if that time is the time she got married, 2/15. If that's the time when everything went to hell. Oh, here comes the mannequin brigade. How come the males never attack? You would think that at least one of them would attack, but no. Maybe it's because she thinks of Shu as her partner, but still. There's the principal, I guess. We know that's Rinko. She's insane. She's the only one who would write liar constantly on the blackboard like that. $337, we got that lock combination. Oh, you dirty bitch, come on. Like, we don't see your ass sneaking over here. Here you go, take your reward. God damn, we missed. How do we miss that? We didn't miss that one. Oh yeah, I forgot, we gotta hold down focus so that it doesn't exhaust our blade. Yeah, you would think at least one of the male ones would attack just to throw you off balance, but no. They're all harmless. She is not. I think she's a monster, not a mannequin. There we go. Give him the old Soul Reaver. Or the Soul Katana, at any rate. Take that, bitch. Oh, she's still alive. Not anymore. Who else wants it? Let's hit him with the sledgehammer just because. Oh, we can't. Yeah, we can't. Never mind. Yeah, we can't move with that one, so that's a no-go. I wonder who the long-haired one is supposed to be. Is that supposed to be Junko? Because each one represents a different girl, right? Like one represents Sakuko, another Hinako obviously, and then one represents Rinko, and then another that other girl they mentioned that we don't really know who she is, but I guess she was a schoolmate, so they all represent a different character. So I wonder which one the long-haired one is supposed to represent. I'm guessing it's her sister, right? Did we get everything? Yeah, I think we did. Now we just gotta go downstairs. Yeah, I think it's her sister. I'm not really sure. Unless it was some other classmate. It's empty. Oh, we didn't open up this one yet. It's stuck. Are they gonna leap down from the ceiling in this one? This game is very visually well designed. I gotta give it that. Like I said, gameplay is kind of rough in the first couple playthroughs, but in terms of atmosphere and storytelling, it's probably one of the best ones in the series, I gotta admit. Row 4, line 2. Oh yeah, that's the one that's the C combination, so we gotta...
Message. Talk about childish.
We basically gotta do it, we gotta find the right numbers to match up with the letters. And that's the AO1. Damn, we can't hold anymore. Gotta go get rid of that comb. Is there anything we can eat to restore our sanity right there? Do we have anything we can use? No, we just got Arare. We don't have anything else. How far is it to the shrine? Because I think we're on the first floor, right? Can we go back? And then come back and get the chocolate? Let's see what else is over here before we go over there. Because I want to have a good idea of how many spaces we have to clear. Another toolkit, god damn. We're gonna have so many toolkits and we don't need any of them because we got the Omomoris that heal the weapons now, so... That's kind of a waste of space. We really don't need any more than 3. Note between lubbers. 4151 plus 3 and the square root of 6 XOXO. Okay, so I think we exhausted all the items over here, so let's go sell that comb. We can come back and get the chocolate and use that to recover our sanity. Yeah, it's kind of low. So let's go sell the let's go sell the comb. Yeah, we're probably gonna get rid of the toolkits because there's just no point. Like I said, the Omomoris heal the weapons automatically, so there's no point. But let's go get that chocolate. I believe it was over here in this room, right? I'm gonna eat that right now. Yeah, restores max sanity. Okay. So we can just eat that instead of trading it to the shrine. There we go. Let's go unlock the lockers. Let's do this one first. So that would be 401. There you go. And that's just telling us about the SOS locker, so we don't even really need to open that one. That one's in the next room. Another first aid kit. We definitely don't need that one.
The locker room. Takes me back to my track and field days.
She would be in here, wouldn't she? Let's drink that. Let's open the SOS locker. Is it this one or this one? It's this one. Shirboard Abura Agai. Abura Age. How do you pronounce that? I have no idea. Which is this one? TT, I think that was 377, right? Or 337, one of those. 377. Dried carcass, okay. Yeah, you know, we're just gonna get rid of the toolkits because I don't think we have anything that needs repairing, right? Because the sword repairs itself. I guess we can use one of the lightsaber. Might as well. Whatever. Just get it up to max strength and then replace this one.
Why would someone put this here?
Bunch of shoes and some guts hanging out of the locker. Let's go trade that so we can pick up whatever's in there. Man, if only we had like a direct line of communication with the shrine, right? Like Otacon and Metal Gear Mark II and Metal Gear Solid 4, where you don't have to actually go to Drebin to sell them items. You can just do it over the little robot that Snake has. If only we had a direct line to the Omamori, right? I mean to the shrine. Let's sell those. Should we even bother picking up the first aid kit? Maybe we can use it to repair to replace one of the bandages. Wait a minute, where was the first aid kit? Was that over here? Okay, there's only one left. And And that's Hinekel's old locker, I believe. So that would be C. So that would be a 5, a 3, and I believe a 4. There we go. It's a backwards E. There we go. We got the key to the cabinet. You would be standing over there, wouldn't you? Let's try to... Oh, she came up from the classroom. Let's try to do the counter. So we can hear the bell ring. You want some too? God damn, she got us. We kind of lost all our sanity because of that strike, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to the Shrine World next, and you recover automatically there, so it doesn't matter. Where is she? Oh, there she is, right there. Wonder if we can use the hammer. Let's see. Ooh. Right in the crotch. That had to hurt. Yeah, the hammer's tough. It doesn't really need doesn't really take much damage for one strike. Let's use the sword to finish her off though. I think the axe is better for counters. The hammer is mainly just to block heavy attacks. Alright, let's just get this key and get the hell out of here. I kind of want to do a playthrough of Control, but I don't know if it would be too long because that's a long game. There's so many side missions and stuff like that, little corners of the oldest house you can get into, and then there's all the DLC with the Foundation and Alan Wake. It's just a long game, but I would like to play it. Also, it takes a lot to kill those Hiss, so that would be a lot of battles where I'm not really doing anything more than just fighting and shooting the Hiss all around the area. So I'm not really sure how well it will work, but it will be a pretty fascinating game to play. I tried to record it once when I first started recording because it seemed so interesting, but then the game ran like shit on PS4, so I kind of gave up on that. You know? Couldn't really help that. So I just never went back to it, but the PS5 version runs fine. Maybe I'll give it a try, since we still got a long way before the you know, before Control Resonant comes out next year. One thing I would though, one thing I would also do is reduce the damage I take in that game by like 10% or 15% just to make it a bit more fair, because you can die very easily throughout that game and it makes it a bit frustrating sometimes. But if you reduce the damage, it still has a pretty sizable challenge, so it's not like you're making it easy. It's still pretty difficult, but it's manageable now. You know, that way you don't get killed in 1 or 2 hits even near the end of the game. So that's one thing I might want to do if I replay that game, is just to adjust the damage like I did on my own playthrough when I was testing it, just to see how well it would work. We just adjusted in accessibility to do 15 or 10% less damage from the enemies, and that would actually make a huge difference for the game, because it's still challenging, but it's not nearly as difficult as it can get. I guess we have to go around over here, right? Because there's no other way to get to. There's no other way to get to it? Or is there some place, is there some other place we missed up in the second floor? Everything's locked. Obtain the key to the mountain. I think we got that already, didn't we? Yeah, because that was the key to the back gate. Oh, never mind. There we go. Oh, so we needed both of them. Only got one. Let's talk to our good old fake friends.
Hey, since it's just the two of us, let's fight our own version of Space Force. If you want. I could be your partner. Or maybe some kind of femme fatale.
Freaking Rinko trying to put the moves on Shu. Come on.
You saved my life and laid claim to my soul.
We've seen this one already also.
In turn, I shall save your soul by claiming the life of your own self.
You ain't saving shit. Freaking Koroyuki. Alright, we're in the worship hall again. We already have the sight this time, so we can see everything as far as the
It's
secret
a beautiful
passageways and
arm. Even the blood is alluring.
Oh. Thank you very much.
this man is insane. Or at least that's what I said the first time, and now that we realize he is some type of fox-human hybrid deity, it makes sense that he finds her attractive with the fox arm, because she looks more like his species now, doesn't she? You know, she's no longer fully human, so of course he finds her attractive now. Of course he does, because she's part fox, so of course he finds her more alluring now than he did before. You know, her humanity is kind of like a off-putting thing, you know. It's kind of like a downside to being in love with her.
This is Sakuko's.
He would prefer her as some type of freakish human fox hybrid. I always get God damn, here they come. Get your ass over here.
Get out.
Yeah, I always get confused by this set of doors over here in this section. I always get lost trying to remember which ones open which. So unless I'm mistaken, there should not be anything new here. Because there wasn't really anything new in the third playthrough. You know, we pretty much got the same sequences with Sakuko and Rinko and Shu that we did before. So I feel safe to skip this section until we get over to each of the main sacrifices. And then the section afterwards, because I don't think there's anything new in this one. But if we do find a new memo or some new item or something, or a small little cutscene, I'll definitely record it. But for now, I'm going to skip ahead to the next section. Well, that didn't take long. We found a new entry for Sakuko's diary, one I'd never seen before, so here we go. Sakuko's diary. Hinako really is fast when she goes all out, but when we're running together during gym class, she'll slow her pace down to match mine. The second she can go her own speed though, she takes off with this look of unrestrained joy on her face. I always said that we had to do everything together, get boyfriends together, even get married together. Those were the selfish wishes of a child. Just like I'm a slow runner and Hinako is fast, people have to live life at their own pace. Just because Hinako's moving a bit faster than me doesn't mean she's betraying me. I was jealous and I couldn't even admit that to myself. I'm sorry, Hinako, for calling you a traitor. Also, Sakuko does actually care about her. She did want to apologize. Unlike Rinko, who's just psychotically jealous and insane. But the thing is, Sakuko doesn't really grasp that it's not really Hinako's choice, you know, like she's doing it because she feels she has no other choice but to get married to this guy. You know, to escape her family. She feels she has to give up on her old life in order to have some semblance of happiness. And the thing is, obviously none of them really know what she's marrying into, because this, as we've seen many times over, this is no man, so this is some otherworldly thing, so it's not quite the escape Hinako imagines it is. God damn it, come over here, you fool. Come over here so we can total you. Why is his sonar failing him now? We're literally right there. Come on, fool. Oh yeah, you can't stand the blue light, can you, jackass? There you go. We don't have to heal our claw. It's like Wolverine, it heals naturally, automatically. Just like we don't have to reload our fist if we're playing a fighting game or a brawler. Okay, so we can't open that just yet. Actually, we can't open it at all. It's not a secret entrance or anything. It's just the writing on the wall. I keep forgetting the secret entrances don't really show up until later. So there is a doll right behind here. God damn. This one is all sorts of pain. Oh, we got her. Giving her that blue light special. Let's use a bandage. We haven't used one of those in a while. There we go. We're at full health, and then we'll replace this one with our first aid kit. Okay, so what do we open? I think there's some sushi in there, so we can open that. And then we come back and close it. These guys are tanky. For sure. They take a lot of hits before they go down. These are tanky as fuck. Alright, give me that sushi. Damn, we can't even take it. We don't have any space. Where's the what can we get rid of? The Hagashi or yeah, so many bandages too. Screw it, I guess we might as well just take the divine water. Just drink that water and we can get the sushi. I assume that's dried sushi. I don't know what else it could be. I'm not that familiar with Japanese cuisine or ceremonial offerings. Really? Like, we don't see you moving your arms, freak. Oh, we're back to the oh, we're back to the altar. Here we go. Let's get rid of this. And this one. There we go. We've got 2 empty slots. Let's save. So that opens the way back to the main area. So what do we need to change? Is it this one? I guess. No, but then that one goes then that one is closed. Yeah, I always get confused at this one. Navigating this maze here. Because there's so many doors, there's so many switches, and it's just difficult to keep track of which ones you're supposed to keep open and which ones you have to close in order to progress. So like right now this one is closed. So what else opened in its place? See, but now we're just stuck here then. So we kind of have to go over here and open this, leave it open just to progress. I thought for a moment that might have spelled Rinko, but no, it's still just Japanese writing. Okay, so if this is open, then where do we go? I know we have to go over here to where the green doors are. Someone I know is also playing this game for the first time now that they got it for around 33 bucks or so. So I'm curious to see what their impressions of it are. Whether they enjoy it or whether they find it just as frustrating as
We made a promise to each other.
some of the streamers I watched did.
We'd be together forever. Rabbits. Sakuko loved rabbits.
Only has rabbits as her friends. She should live with them in their little rabbit house.
Pages from an observation log. Hey, Mr. Rabbit, guess what? I heard Hinako's gonna go somewhere far, far away and she might never ever come back. I'm so alone and sad. No frowns allowed. It's a good thing. I gotta smile as I say goodbye to Hinako. Tomorrow I'm gonna show Hinako my biggest, whitest grin when I tell her how happy I am for her. Those girls were catty as fuck. The other girls in their school, they all suck. Oh, there's that guy waiting for us. Let's not keep him waiting then. Come here, you bastard. He's gonna take you head on. Come on, jackass. You want it? Here you go. So he actually got disoriented by the blue light. Yeah, take that, you fool. Who else wants the claw? You? Here you go. Take that claw. You ain't shit. Yeah, that's what you get. You get the claw. When you mess with the melee goddess. When you mess with the fox, you get the claw. Alright, so there's that hallway is clear. Oh, let's see if it's open now. Damn it, it's not open. We gotta go open up the path so we can get over to the first puzzle. I almost missed her. Almost. Sakuko's dream. Oh yeah, to run the... I always thought she was referring to like, oh, it's the dream part, you know, when she first awoke in the shrine world and she saw the different, she saw the shrine with all the different items. About Sakuko's dream, I get it now that she means, it was her dream to restore the shrine in the town. You know, the old shrine, the real shrine, quote unquote, that her family used to manage. It was her dream to restore that. Oh, a Miko possessed trophy urn. Sakuko's diary. Had a strange dream last night. In it, a god appeared before me and commanded me to restore Senesugi Shrine to its former glory. I had a strange dream today. In it, someone told me that I mustn't restore Senesugi Shrine. I'll give you one guess as to which god that god was. They're using her kind of to conflict against each other. You ever seen the dragon underneath the town and then Kuroyuki, whatever fox god he is? They must be revelations from opposing gods, but I already know my answer because my dream is to restore Senesugi Shrine too. The god who spoke to me yesterday said that there is an evil deity who has robbed them of their shrine. The god who spoke to me today said that the shrine had been used to worship an evil being, causing it to fall out of use. See, they're against each other, the fox and the dragon. If I'm gonna be forced to make a choice, then I will put my trust in the god who visited me yesterday. However, when I told the god from today that, they said this. The handwriting looks nothing like Sakuko's. Foolish maiden, you wish to stir by a benevolent god, I shall crush that empty head of yours. That sounds like Koroyuki. But then I wonder, like, which one is the malevolent god? Like, what if... We know he has some humanity, you know, some. Oh, let's read the page for her first. The Onari-sama of Ebisugoka has been the guardian deity that protected the town since the old days, but they can be capricious at times. Sometimes they'll turn into a fox and steal chickens and dried persimmons. Other times, they'll play tricks on children who don't listen to their parents. I also heard that when they fall in love with a woman they find desirable at first sight, they spare her away to be their bride. Generally speaking, Onari-sama refers to the goddess of agriculture, Ukanomi Tama. The fox was the goddess's messenger, but over time their worship became intertwined. Nowadays, if anyone mentions Onari-sama, they'll think of the fox as well. Sakuko says that this is just the fox taking the goddess of agriculture's position for itself. She also says that the goddess and the fox are having a supernatural fight on top of the Inari statues. The wild imagination of hers never fails to make me laugh. Yeah, there's no imagination. Sakuko knew all along. She's in tune with the town, obviously, and with the whole supernatural atmosphere here. That also reminds me of the whole Order's God, because if you remember in Silent Hill 4, it became clear that there's 3 distinct sects of the Orders. You know, you got the one sect, which is they worship Valtiel. They can help keep the peace pretty much between the other 2. Then you have the Order of the Holy Woman, which was what Dahlia belonged to. She believed that Alessa could give birth to their god, and that god would cleanse the world with fire. And then you have the Order of the Holy Mother, which is the one Walter belongs to pretty much, and Dahlia kind of corrupted him. But if you remember, we find the book in Joseph Schreiber's old apartment building where Henry lives that seems to be from the opposing branch of the Orders, not from any Christian religion or anything like that. It's from the opposing branch. And they basically refer to that god as a devil, the one that Walter's trying to bring down. Now, we know a lot of the stuff in Silent Hill is manifestations and like empty creations and stuff like that. Things like Maria, Pyramid Head, monsters, etc. But there's also actual entities there like Valtiel, and then the entity that Walter seemed to be drawing power from definitely seemed to be an actual real entity. It wasn't some thing he just made out of his own desires and stuff. It had actual real power, or else he wouldn't have been able to basically become immortal like he did in that game, because he became kind of a god himself. So if it was just manifestations, that never would have happened. So there was an actual real entity there. So I wonder, is that the same situation there where different branches of the Order thought they were worshipping the same god, you know, the quote-unquote one true god, but one of them was actually more evil than the other? Because even one of the paintings in Silent Hill 3 says many gods and deities, so that does make me wonder, you know. Because I always thought that Dahlia tricked Walter into performing that ceremony as a child when, you know, he was young and gullible. But the thing is, if they had believed in the same god, then that wouldn't have mattered, because regardless of what she did with Alessa, Walter would have succeeded with his plan and brought down their god. So that makes me think that Dahlia knew from the beginning that thing that Walter was worshipping wasn't a deity at all. It was some type of demon. And she knew the whole second branch of the Order was basically built on lies. And she used that to her benefit, because it got Walter out of the way, and then it left the path free and clear for her to put her own plans into motion. So we definitely got hints before of a supernatural conflict between opposing deities in that game before in Silent Hill 4. But now I wonder here, which one is the Which one is actually the really evil one? Is it the dragon or is it Koroyuki, the fox? Because we know he has some humanity for Rinko and even a tiny bit for Shu in one of the endings. But we haven't seen anything of the dragon, so we don't know what it actually is yet. Is it some grotesque, hideous monster that wants to kill everything, or is it just getting a bad rap because of Koroyuki's jealousy? You know, maybe he's just jealous that some people still worship that one instead. And as a fox deity, he wants them to worship him. Or is it one of those situations where neither one of them is actually evil, you know, quote unquote? It's just varying shades of gray. Because that would be control also. Where, you know, you have the board, you have former, and then you have various different other powers. Like Ati. Ati in that game in the Remedyverse is obviously some type of god. God damn. I was getting tired of her spinning. It was like, God damn, woman, are you gonna strike anytime soon? But yeah, in the control universe, you have the board. And the board is not necessarily evil. You know, they may be bad to an extent, but I don't think they're quite 100% evil. Rather, they're looking after themselves. So they're more amoral than anything, although they did cause some destruction, but they're not 100% evil, or else they wouldn't help you. They wouldn't prevent the world from getting overtaken by the hiss. Then you also have the former, who's was part of the board before, and he's been expelled, so he's no longer part of them. And then you also have Ati, who's an ancient Finnish god from all appearances, who takes care of the oldest house and pretty much keeps order, maybe not just there, but maybe order in the universe in general.
Rinko, you came for me. I'm scared. Please get me out of here.
And these forces are all in conflict with each other. And then obviously we have the shadow, which is the thing that Alan Wake's deal with. That's the thing Alan Wake deals with, the dark presence in the dark place. And then you have the hiss, who are a completely other, different alien type of life form. And we have others that have been mentioned that we haven't even seen yet. The Not Mother that Jesse described, we don't even really know what Polaris is, besides just some alien resonance. So there's varying opposing forces of the supernatural in that whole universe. And I like that they kind of did the same thing here, where they have Koroyuki and quote unquote this dragon opposing each other. God damn it, I always forget the solution to this one. There we go. Why are they not open? Why are they not open? Okay, so which one am I missing?
Rinko, help me.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so the key is always to get everything level with the ground floor.
What are you doing? No! I don't want to be alone!
Alright, bye-bye, Sakuko. It's been fun. I like the supernatural in these games because I know a lot of people like the more psychological stuff and they want everything to have some psychological deep explanation and oh, there's nothing really supernatural about it. It's just all psychology. But to me, that's boring because like it's just the whole thing I liked about Silent Hill in the first place that distinguished it from Resident Evil was the fact that it had a strong supernatural side. You know, I don't want to play a game that's just solely psychological and there's nothing really supernatural going on. We've had that game already. It's called Silent Hill Shattered Memories, and it sucked from a continuity perspective. You know, it first of all the gameplay was ass. You know, the running away and never fighting back except with flares, that was not good. But the story was pretty intriguing up until they dropped that bombshell at the end, and it's one of those things where some people find it beautiful, but then it just, for me, it just completely destroys the story. If there really is nothing supernatural going on, it's all just in Cheryl's head, and that to me is it's just kind of boring, to be honest. It's just kind of boring. I don't like the whole trope of stories where it's all a dream or it's all in your head. It's none of it's real. It's not really going on. Like it's just that trope was outdated even in the 70s, so it just doesn't work well anymore. Period. You know, it only works when you subvert it. And so for me, like that's one thing I hope to keep in Silent Hill 1, the cult aspect of it, because I don't want it to be it's all just supernatural and there's not really any god there, the Dahlia summoning or things like that. That there has to be an actual supernatural presence in the town for it to work, you know. The town isn't just some playground where everything you hide comes true.
Rinko, you look even more beautiful today.
Remember the blackboard said that the blackboard where Kotoyuki wrote said that Rinko was burned alive. Like I wonder if he was trying to accomplish that in real life and that's why she burns alive here. What the hell did we not unlock? So maybe that was supposed to be her intended fate. She was supposed to burn alive, and that's why she burns alive here in the shrine world. How weird is that though, being a little kid like that and knowing that you're actually descended from some type of god, that it's not, you know, it's not just a legend, like it's your actual ancestor. How weird is that, knowing that you really are some type of deity? And you already know from an early age. And it's not make-believe, it's not something your parent made up. Like, you know for sure that's the actual reality. You are basically not human. And you know it from the very beginning. How weird is that? We can leave behind that first aid kit. We got way too many as it is. God damn it, we need to get back to the shrine. Gotta get rid of some stuff. What can we get rid of? Let's see. Oh yeah, the tea. We can get rid of the tea. Oh, and that lone bandage. So yeah, let's get rid of the tea first. It's right there. At least I hope it's there. Oh yeah, there's the shrine right there. Let's get rid of the T. We should probably start drawing some more Omamori soon. We have enough points to upgrade, but we don't have an Emma yet. I was gonna draw 2 when we got to 5,000, but I think I'll keep. I'll keep increasing them, the points, just because I don't know how many it's gonna take. Let's see. Should we just draw 2? Let's just draw 2. Let's see. Because it's 1,000, so I guess we can spare the points. Might as well draw 2. Let's see what we get. Increases max health, sanity, and stamina. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's draw another one. After countering an attack, stamina will not be consumed for a set time. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, we actually got some pretty decent rewards. We're gonna replace the health one with that one. That's a fix it all Omamori. Let's see. Slightly restores health, decreases enemy line of sight, durability, damage, stamina recovery. Slightly restores health after defeating an enemy. Yeah, let's get rid of that, and we're just gonna do max everything. Because we have so many health items, might as well just do this one. Let's take a picture of that just to remember where it was. But yeah, we're gonna do the Kutsu leaf. Decreases enemy line of sight. You know what? Since we're gonna attack them anyway, we might as well change that for the new one. Greatly increases stamina recovery. Additional damage. Yeah, let's replace this one because we're in enclosed environments most of the time, so it doesn't really matter that they can't see you all that well because we gotta kill them anyway. So let's put the swordfish on. Stamina will not be consumed, so that'll work well, especially in bosses because once we counter, we're not gonna use up any stamina at all. So it should make the boss fight go a lot smoother than before. Let's use a bandage. That'll help a lot. Especially in Lost in the Fog. Like, we're getting so much stuff to make us overpowered. That game mode should be an easy pushover at this point because we're just loaded with ultra powerful items. That's why I told that new person that I'm playing the game that you kind of just have to wait until subsequent playthroughs. You gotta master the counter first. That's the most important part. But once you do, you do get games later on that break. I mean, you do get items that break the game pretty much. All these ultra powerful Omamoris. So it really makes no sense to you know, it makes no sense not to focus on the counter and just dismiss the gameplay outright because yes, it is frustrating and it does make for a crappy experience at times, but once you get past the initial playthrough, you do enjoy playing this game a whole lot more once you get your hands on all these mega powerful items. We could fight Pyramid Head barehanded with all the stuff we have here and probably win even without a weapon. We don't need a gun or a shotgun. We can just fight him with the claw and these Omamoris and we'll probably kick his ass. You just gotta stick with it. You gotta be patient. Like, yes, it would have been better off if they had just designed it if they had just designed it to be fully enjoyable from the very beginning, but unfortunately that's not what they did. But once you get past the first initial playthrough and you get your hands on some of these ultra powerful items, the game does become a whole lot more enjoyable. It's It's really something to play now. Which is why I'm so conflicted on it. It's not my game of the year, but it also is one of the better ones I've played at this point.
Get out.
You know, now that I've fully become accustomed to the combat and the gameplay, I get what they were going for. You know, does it work fully? No, but it's a noble attempt to bring something new, so I'm not gonna hold it too badly against them. Give me your soul. Speaking of soul and souls, the guy who played Shang Tsung in the original Mortal Kombat movie passed away a few days ago. That sucks. That guy was a legend, and he did a hell of a lot more than just Mortal Kombat. He did a lot of movies that I probably have to check out, but yeah, like someone put it on Reddit, his performance became so so linked with the character of Shang Tsung that they basically changed the character for him. He pretty much did for Shang Tsung what the portrayal of Tony Stark by Robert Downey Jr. did for Iron Man. Like every subsequent portrayal of the character is pretty much based on him, and that's basically what he did for Shang Tsung. Pretty much every subsequent iteration of Shang Tsung is pretty much based on that actor. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I know the first part was Carrie. I do not know how to pronounce his last name, but he was a well-known Asian actor, and he passed away unfortunately a few days ago. That sucks because that guy was a legend. He will be missed. Trying to see what we can replace, but it's slim pickings. Damn, we should have sold the other Higashi, but I don't think we can do it now, can we? We have to go back all the way to the shrine. Well, let's see. Let's see how far we get. Oh yeah, the way is open, so we should. Yeah, just go over here and sell the Higashi.
Rinko, you remember Tony?
Shut up, Rinko. Nobody's interested in your nonsense right now. No, let's sell the carcass and our Higashi. Since we no longer need stamina. Thanks to that Neo Momori we got plenty of stamina, so. Oh yeah, why am I holding on to the freaking Yokon? We got tons of health items. We don't need that at all. So let's just sell those. Yeah, I was wondering, why am I holding on to them? We don't need them at all. Shut up, Rinko. It's too late to reminisce over nostalgia. You're just an insane psychotic freak. Gotta put you down for everyone's sake. This bitch was trying to steal our Space War spot. God damn it, we just picked up another freaking bandage. Shit. This is what I want to actually pick up. Okay, so we're in over here. Oh yeah, we gotta turn on the green one. Let's go over here. That leads us all the way back over here to this door. Which is currently locked. The green one is also locked. I guess we go over here first. Damn, she got us. We got another dried carcass.
School. It all seems...
The handwriting suggested this was written in a fit of rage. All I wanted was to be by shoe size, but you just kept getting in my way. Why were you always right there? You were seriously like a fly, buzzing around you non-stop. You were such a nuisance. I wanted to strangle you. So be glad that it didn't end up murdering you. Even if I killed you 100 times, that still wouldn't be enough to express how much I despise you. Looking back on it now, I think I hated myself so much for being a coward that I just used you as an excuse. I won't do that anymore. From now on, I won't blame others for why I'm miserable. I'll take my happiness into my own hands. The handwriting's back to normal.
Ages ago.
Okay, so I guess they're trying to imply that she started to find some sanity, you know, among all her psychosis of hating Hinako. But it's too late at this point, bitch. You're just poison.
Friends?
It should not take a potentially world-ending catastrophe for you to realize that you're wrong. That's just insane. That's what it took for Rinko to realize she was in the wrong. Whatever happened at Hinako's wedding and that carnage. Ugh. What's that to the left of it? Alright, we got the crest. Oh shit, here they come. Let's get the hell out of here. We don't play around with that shit. God damn it, she got us again. Screw you.
Schoolwork, sports, coordinating it with makeup.
Okay, we still have to get the other one from over here. We got the classroom one, now we gotta get this one over here.
You were up in dreamland, but I helped you countless times.
Okay, so that should be the way open to get back to the other room.
Must be great to be you, Hinako. You've got it all.
She is so pathetically jealous, it's pitiful. You can almost pity her. Almost, if you weren't such a psychotic freak. God damn it, I forgot to get rid of the, whatever, let's just get rid of the bandage. There we go.
This is Shizuya.
You know what, let's get rid of these 3 bandages. We got way too much stuff on us, so let's just get rid of them, whatever. We'll just use more of the health Omomoris if we need them. Because we got 9 bandages as it is. Is there anything else we can pick up? Letter from Rinko to Hineko. When I think about it, I guess my family is pretty well off. I always got tons of allowance. The candy store was where I could demonstrate just how much better I was than you all. Getting caught up in that feeling of superiority when I bought some sweets for a poor kid was the start of everything going wrong. The start of my hideous transformation to someone who looks down on and berates others. When everyone is beneath you, there's no longer anyone to talk to as an equal. I stopped being able to confide and open up to people. In a way, I even stopped being able to argue with anyone properly. So that's why I'm grateful that you argued with me. That you argued with me even on a day like today. Today was the first time in my life that I felt like you accepted me as your friend. You can't even imagine how happy that made me. So Hineko, from the bottom of my heart, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. She is so insane. That's what it took for her to realize what a piece of shit she was turning into. Like, I guess she started realizing it eventually, but god damn. She's just messed up. Like, I think she's more messed up than the actual messed up god/demon guy in the actual game. Like, Koroyuki's not nearly as messed up as she is. And he's a freaking fox demon or fox god. Gotcha, you freak. Yeah, I normally wouldn't bother, but these guys had to die. These guys are annoying as hell, so we gotta kill them. Mandatory. Normally I just avoid them, but in this case, nah, they deserve it. Rinko's diary. I've always looked down on Hineko and Sakuko. That's why I've never been able to expose my weaknesses to them. How am I supposed to share the depths of my heart with mere insects? She's talking like she's a god. Maybe if I had treated them as equals, I could have actually told Hineko the truth about my feelings, or his feelings. Maybe if we could have actually fought, really truly fought, then I wouldn't have to feel the way I do now. Tomorrow is Hineko's also special day, but you know what? Maybe I'll give in. Maybe I'll tell her how much I actually hate her. Oh, so she did tell her, and then they started fighting at the wedding. The handwriting here turns into a disturbing scrawl. You lied to me, in capital letters. You betrayed Shu. I will destroy you. I'm going to beat you bloodied and tear you limb from limb. Why wouldn't you just do everyone a favor and just... I can't make out what the rest says. She is seriously fucked up. She's insane. Oh, look at that. The pinhead candy. Imitating a Cenobite. I'm guessing some of it might be Koroyuki partly influencing her since he's supposed to be like a god of mischief, but I think part of it is just she's just that insane. There's just no helping it. She is that insane. We're not gonna touch the test yet. Just yet. I want to touch the memo first. Today I brought all my friends candy from the candy store. The handwriting turns oddly distorted. Everyone was slobbering over their snacks and thanking me again and again. It reminded me of the time I fed fish at the park. The way their mouths gaped wide as they begged for food. What a bunch of idiots. I'm laughing because she is just so fucking insane. She is just out of her goddamn mind. I don't think I've ever seen a character outside of maybe Dahlia or Walter. Probably Walter, but I think outside of Walter, I don't think I've ever seen a character as blatantly insane in this entire series as Rinko. Like, holy shit. Kotoyuki's a fox demon or fox deity, whatever he is. He's a fox spirit. And I think even he will take a look at her and just ask her, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, I think Valtiel, you know that demon slash god that watches over the other god in Silent Hill 3? I think even that thing would take a break from pumping those pipes and those wheels and those shafts, that the valves. He would take a break to stop turning the valves, stare straight at her and just ask her, what the hell is wrong with you, woman? Like, this is some Joker level type stuff. Like, she is seriously out of her fucking mind. Like, holy shit. If they wanted to create a character that we would hate forever, they certainly accomplished it, because Rinko is probably the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in a video game. Outside of maybe Abby from The Last of Us and Liquid Snake. Those are the only two I can even think of. Like, I guess the Joker, but technically he comes from comics and animated series first, so he doesn't really count. You know, he's not a video game character. He's a character shared across all media. But in terms of pure video game characters, I think only Abby and Liquid Snake come even close as far as characters that we actually spend time with and interact with, because obviously Angela's father was a piece of shit in Silent Hill 2, but we never met him. We only heard like his echoes in the remake and that newspaper article about him in the original and, you know, the OG and the remake, but we never met him. And then Dahlia, we spent time with her, but Dahlia wasn't really that insane. She was just evil. Like, she knew how crazy and evil what she was doing was, and she just didn't care because she wanted power. The same thing for Michael Kaufman. He was just a piece of shit, but he was evil. He wasn't insane. He was just a scumbag. You know, he's just their typical power hungry scumbag managing a drug operation. He wanted more. But in terms of sheer insanity, I think Rinko is literally probably the most insane video game character I've ever seen, ever. Maybe Sephiroth, I guess, or Hojo from Final Fantasy VII, but god damn. I guess those would approach her, but she is just like, she is literally the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in a dramatic story like this, and she's also completely insane. It's just like, I'm almost laughing because it's just like, if it weren't for the fact that I've seen people like that in real life, I wouldn't believe someone like her could exist. I would think it was cartoonishly levels of evil and psychosis and insanity and jealousy, but no, I've seen people like that in real life. We have people like that in positions of power right now in politics all across the globe, so we've seen them. They are there. They are real, and she's just like, holy shit, you're just left at a loss for words. I cannot begin to explain how deeply insane this woman is. Jesus Christ. And it keeps going. That's the thing. As soon as you think you've hit rock bottom with Rinko, it just keeps going. Rinko is the root of all evil in this game. Everything bad that happens is because of her. Forget about freaking Kotoyuki and his whole fox spirit persona. Forget about the cultists worshipping him / it. Like, every single bad thing that happens in this game is always because of Rinko. Like, even Hineko's father, as big of a piece of shit as he is, still doesn't come close to being as big of a piece of shit as Rinko is. Like, holy shit. God damn. And that poor as dirt Hineko, all it took was one piece of cheap candy to have her following me around like a dog. This woman is insane. This woman is out of her fucking mind. It's almost cute. It's almost cute how stupid she is. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Like, a cockroach like her deserves to die. What in the actual F is wrong with this woman? Like, holy shit. I think Liquid Snake would take one look at this woman and he would be scared out of his fucking mind. He would be like, you know what? I need to reevaluate my life if I'm anything like this. Like, he would just, seeing Rinko in person would cause him to completely reevaluate his life and his hatred for Big Boss. Like, he would just emerge from the experience a changed man. Like, he would go partner with Snake. He would go back to being a loyal soldier. He would just completely change his life around if he saw himself reflected in the mirror against this woman. Because goddamn, it's so insane, it's almost funny. That's why I have to laugh. But Jesus Christ, like, we're gonna stop right here. I'm just gonna say it because I have a feeling this is just gonna get worse and worse as we approach the end. Like, I honestly hope to God.
Good to finally be rid of the burden that is you.
Shut up, bitch. I honestly hope to God that Hinako killed her, because it's just like, and if she didn't kill her, then hopefully Koroyuki killed her. One of those two, because like, this woman is insane. There's just no other way to put it. This woman is out of her fucking mind, and I think she lost whatever marble she had like years ago, before Hinako even got married. I'm just gonna stop here, because we made a lot more progress through this section. Not as much progress as I anticipated, because I did not realize this section is so long. I keep forgetting this is a very long section, so unfortunately we still have a ways to go. So I thought it was gonna be like 1 or 2 more videos tonight, and then I record on Saturday, and that would be it. But I'm guessing it might be 3 or more sessions, you know. Not videos, because I splice them together whenever I find a new thing, a new memo, a new scene. But I mean, in terms of sessions, I thought it would be 2 sessions at most. Looks like it's gonna be 3, because after this we do go over to Shu's house, and then the game really moves forward, and then we get to the end. So it might be like 3 more sessions overall, counting this one. But what can I say? I think Rinko could teach the Joker some lessons or 2 about how to be a properly insane person. Because, man, we should just dunk you in that thing 50 times. Because you just suck, Rinko. Like, you're just I don't think Walter is as insane as this person is, as this woman is. Like, Jesus Christ. Like I said, I honestly hope to God that Hinako killed her, because that might be the only way to actually be free of her. So I look forward to seeing what actually happened in the true ending, you know, at that wedding, and also how Hinako ultimately ends up dealing with Koroyuki. What's going to satisfy him, because being some type of fox demon / spirit means he's obviously immortal, so he's not just going to go away. It's gonna have to be something that causes him to have some sort of strong realization, like, you know what, this is not what I want for myself or for her. I'm actually in the wrong here. So it's gotta be something with that dragon at the end, or whatever it is that emerges from underneath the town. But yeah, I'm enjoying the game a lot more now that we have all those overpowered Omomoris. It's definitely a lot more enjoyable. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it all resolves. But that's it for now. I think I've had my dose of insane Rinko for the night. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time on Silent Hill F on the PS5. Damn, I can't. I'm still laughing over how insane she sounds. But yeah, I will see you next time. So see you later, everyone. Take care.